Many independent filmmakers go into the process of making a movie with the mindset that it's a passion project. And when it comes to making a profit, they rely on some magical studio to reward them for their genius. And in reality, the traditional distribution model favors big budgets and industry connections, which leaves independent filmmakers struggling to find support.
But why do so many filmmakers overlook this golden ticket that's called YouTube? So today we just wanted to kind of go into this brief overview of YouTube as a distribution option for independent filmmakers.
And not to replace or anything, but to let you know it is a great choice as an indie filmmaker to get your film out there, get seen, and we're going to get into all that.
Yeah, and so the first thing I would start with is, why is YouTube a model that should be followed by indie filmmakers? At the top of this list, I would say, is the global reach that you have with YouTube.
It is mind-blowing. YouTube literally has, like 4.6 billion users?
Yeah, it's right around there, yeah.
You know how many eyeballs that is?
There's a stat that
Usually.
I saw. There's a stat that I saw that said 47% of the people that are on the internet are on YouTube.
Yeah, that's a lot of attention. That's a lot of underpriced attention, as Gary Vee would say.
Yeah. You've got so many people that you're able to access, so many opportunities for people to watch your project, love your project, want to learn more about you and your next project. I think it was in April or May that YouTube was actually the #1 streaming platform for TV, and that was over Netflix. Says a lot.
Yeah, it was crazy. It also holds like the second percentage of market share overall, just under Disney.
Under Disney. Yeah, big deal.
Yeah.
Great platform. It makes a lot of sense, or large reach. And I'd say that reach flows into the next thing, which is the discoverability that your project has.
Yes. Oh my gosh. YouTube is a gold mine because the association with Google and the fact that it is indexed by Google. So SEO people out there, you get what we're saying. Google is indexing YouTube videos and makes it easier for people to find your videos. Keywords, what it's about. Any words that are associated with it are being indexed by Google, and just the discoverability is it's a powerhouse.
And I don't know if you've heard about Google, little company that many people say run the internet. It's such a powerful tool that I don't think you realize is right at your fingertips. And when I talk about right at your fingertips, if you go on right now and you Google, say, Hitman, the 2024 Hitman film that came out for Netflix, you go and Google that. What's going to pop up are a lot of articles of some videos that are on YouTube, like the trailer, things like that. There's actually an article from Netflix about Hitman, but you know what does not pop up? The film itself. You can't actually watch the film anywhere. Now, type in a film that's on YouTube, just type that in on Google, and I guarantee you the top search is going to be that video of the full-length feature on YouTube.
Boom.
When you're trying to send your link to somebody or send your video to somebody and you're telling them about your film, they remember the name, they can't remember anything else, they can go on Google, type it in. The first thing that'll probably pop up is YouTube showing that film with the full-length feature. Right then and there. So you're so searchable. Even if somebody accidentally types in, maybe you've got some film that's has a name that's kind of popular, topical. Somebody types in that topic to search for it, and they see this video pop up. Oh, what is this? Let me watch this film. It's so easy for people to stumble upon your work when you're indexed by Google.
Yes, just chef's kiss.
And the other thing I think people may not realize is how Google indexes that data. Because also, the SEO, Google and YouTube, pay attention to what's even said in the video.
Yeah.
So if you're repeating certain phrases or things come up a lot, when people search for that, it's going to pop up with your video. That's a big deal.
Yep.
Big deal. outside of those two things, though, I think there's one big one that many people, especially many indie filmmakers, often forget about when making their film. But YouTube is good for this.
Money, 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 money. Yes, monetization is possible with YouTube, which we get it. It's a newer concept for some indie filmmakers, and we're happy. We are so excited to get into that.
So many people that are making a lot of money doing random things. And there's a lot of other filmmakers that are doing YouTube and making money and applying that money to future films while making money from past films. There's a director that we've been following, Noam Kroll. He has posted his shorts on there. He's posted his some behind the scenes of his shorts, and he's posted his full features on there. And he's been making money, and he doesn't post a lot. He posts, you know, when he's got content to put up there. And he has made a decent amount from his films. So now he's creating with the thought process of, I have this audience that's on my YouTube, I'm going to put it on there. These watch counts are going to help me make money, but also I'm continuing to expand my brand.
Yeah, and he did that. He wrote this really great article on doing that. He did that without any like marketing plan or budget, and tested it, and the numbers that he got were crazy impressive.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of work to be done to get your account to monetization. I think the first tier of monetization, you need 500 followers or subscribers, and then you need 3,000 watch hours. That's the first tier, and then you also have to have 3 videos that you've posted. And that tier allows you to be able to do things like monetize your subscriber base, so memberships. Think of things like Patreon and stuff like that, but directly on YouTube.
Yeah, for exclusive content and whatnot. Yeah.
And then the second tier.
Yeah, the second tier for just getting paid off of, I believe it's Google AdSense or AdSense on YouTube.
Yeah.
You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, which this can happen very, very quickly.
Oh, it can.
These days. Like one video can like put you there. But that's not to say, you know, stay consistent with your content to build it up, but you could hit that at any moment.
Yeah, and don't overthink the content. You know, I when you're marketing your film, when you're positioning or putting your film out there to the world, that video content is what you could be putting on your YouTube and building it up there, building up hype around your film. So don't overthink the content and think, oh, well, how am I going to get all this stuff to build this YouTube up? You're probably already doing the work and you don't realize you're doing it. And now you have a centralized hub to put everything. And as you continue to grow your user base, you can start making money off of those things. Think about making money off of your behind the scenes content before the project's even out.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Phenomenal. And those are just the monetization from like direct YouTube. We're not even talking about the ability to, once you build your audience, do things like sponsorships and sponsored ads. We're not even getting to that point yet, which is another tier of things that you actually really don't need any sort of approval from YouTube for. It's really just when you have the audience to be able to monetize them.
Yeah, totally. And take it to a sponsor and pitch it. But yeah, that's a really exciting topic as well. We have lots of thoughts there, which we'll get into later on.
Of course.
Stick around, hang out with us on our channel. What were we going into next?
Yeah, you know, and I think that leads us into what are the challenges that YouTubers, or not even YouTubers, but indie filmmakers face in the world. And one of the things I think about is the traditional distribution method. So many filmmakers they've created their film's done. Now they're like, I want people to watch this film. And so now they're hitting up distributors. They're hitting up producers, people they know that maybe they can try and connect them with somebody. And
selling agents.
They're doing their best to get it out there. And people are saying, well, you know, you're a small project. You may not fit this platform. You're getting a lot of pushback. We realize you don't have very many connections. So now you're not even getting callbacks. What are you going to do now? Now you're out there with your film and nothing to do with it. But that's where YouTube comes in.
Yeah.
YouTube avoids you having to do that because you've built your audience. You're able to connect with the people that you think are going to like your film. You're able to talk to them and push this on them. And then you also have, like we mentioned before, the YouTube algorithm working behind it that's already doing it on its end.
Yeah. So the other challenge of the traditional distribution model is the film festival circuit. A lot of people will end up paying a lot of money up front just to like be admitted to these festivals, or even go and travel if they're in person, go travel to these festivals.
Yeah.
And then you're among a lot of competition, but you're also paying out of pocket for these costs, and then you're there and essentially you're trying to like network and pitch your film while you're there. That could be a lot easier if you still want to go that route. It could be easier, like Cobain was saying, to do its run on YouTube, get those numbers and metrics going so it's supporting you when you do go to these film festivals. But also, on YouTube, there are film festivals like...
Yeah, there's Omeletto, which is a really popular one. That festival that you submit your content to, they'll put it on their site if they like it. I think there's a submission fee like any other film festival.
Yeah.
But they're a channel that gets like... they get like 5 to 10 million views regularly.
Yeah, they have an audience.
They've got a huge audience. They've got shorts that have, shorts that have some very famous people in them, as well as shorts that have like names you've never heard of before. They kind of really like run the gamut, and it's pretty independent. I mean, it's an indie film festival for the most part.
Yeah.
But you see some really great content there, but that's on YouTube. And there's other places that are doing this. There's other distributors that are actually using that. Indie Rights is another one that many filmmakers may be familiar with, but they've actually transitioned into a lot of the films that they've licensed to that they're trying to push. They created their own YouTube channel, and they put those films right on there. And you're seeing some of those get 3, 4, 5 million plays. So now the directors of those films, or the filmmakers, are making money from that before they're even getting to the other platforms.
Yeah. So, like we were saying, we think this should definitely be like a first resort if you still want to pursue like the traditional distribution route as well. But it's a really good place to start and have you not only recouping those costs, but like make a profit from all the work that you've put in on this film.
And you may be asking, like, okay, sure, how is the profit happening? And it's really, it's the same as it does on AVOD, or advertising video on demand, where it is, based on the ads that are being watched in the process of your film. And YouTube pays out a pretty decent amount. And we'll actually put it on screen because the numbers are escaping me right at this moment. But they pay out a pretty decent amount in comparison to a lot of other options. But what I do love about YouTube is you get paid out monthly, opposed to quarterly, or sometimes at the end of your contract with a distributor. It depends on what deal you have. But with YouTube, you're getting paid monthly. So like Taylor said, you're able to recoup those costs pretty quickly, and you're not waiting months on end to hopefully find out how much money you made. And the reason why that you're not waiting to figure out how much money you've made is because you're getting in the moment data. Every day you're getting data on who's watching your film, how long they're watching it, at what point are people not watching it, what people are liking about your film, where are they located at right now.
Direct feedback through comments, what other videos they're clicking on as they're watching yours. Yeah, it's really, really great data and insight that's really... puts a lot of power in your hands.
You're getting such detailed data and analytics because that's kind of what Google does. But they're sharing it with you, and they're sharing it with you in the moment, which is such a big deal because you can pivot if something's not working. You can
adjust your strategy. Yeah, you like I said, you have a lot of power to make different moves and try different marketing tactics with that data.
Yeah, you can really pinpoint and target specific people, which leads to other types of ways that you can further your profit and monetization of your film. I know so many filmmakers are like, YouTube, get out of here, get out of here.
That's a graveyard for my film.
Oh, we've heard that so many times, and that's where films go to die. And we're not telling you to not do the traditional methods. I think the film festival route is it's a tried and true method for getting your film out there to other people, a lot of other filmmakers, a lot of producers being able to see that. Distribution method, getting your film on these major platforms. It's all awesome stuff to do, but YouTube is not going to stop you from doing that. If anything, it's going to make your case so much better as you're going to these distributors, as you're going to these festivals, as you're going to these people and saying, hey, look what I've already done with this film. It's been out for 3 months and I've got 15 million people that have watched it already.
Yeah. Yeah, because distributors and, executives that think in dollar signs. And when you can show them that you already have an audience, like a dedicated fan base that is watching, like the dollar signs appear before their eyes.
Absolutely. Any industry will tell you, if you can prove that it's going to make a profit, then you're pretty much not going to get much pushback. Like that's just kind of how it works when you're dealing in industry. And so for you as filmmakers, this is a way for you to build a name, make money while you're doing it, and also put the ball in your court to be able to go into some of these conversations with bigger producers, bigger studios, bigger distributors, and be like, hey, this is what we're capable of doing. Now we just need some more help.
Helps you walk in and say, I got the power.
Absolutely. And then you can take all of this, and like I said before, there are other ways to make money using the levers that you've built on YouTube. And one way we talk about is merch. You can create merchandise for you'd be surprised when you've built a fan base how many people like merch. There's a company called New Rockstars. They do a lot of content around comics and movies and pop culture, films, and a lot of reviews and things like that. But in every one of their pieces of content, they sell shirts, usually a shirt connected to what they're talking about. And they make decent money from doing that. That's on top of their views.
Yeah.
The other thing you can do, which was something that Taylor mentioned earlier with the pinpointing and targeting of where people are, if you know that you're a filmmaker in Chicago, but you heard that or you were able to see in the analytics that for some reason your movie is popping in Idaho, well, now you know maybe I should do a live event there.
Yeah.
Because I know there's people there. There's a ton of people there that really like my content. So maybe I do a live event there and help build that relationship.
Create ancillary marketing events and activities around the data.
Yeah.
Which is really great.
It's time to start thinking about our films and our careers as filmmakers as entrepreneurs.
Yep.
There is no better time than now.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's no time like the present. Like, literally, this is the best time to be a creative entrepreneur because of all the accessibility, everything at our fingertips, the money that we can be making, and we don't need for things to keep being passion projects.
Yeah, your passion project can make you money, and it's okay.
Yeah. You deserve to make money.
Ooh.
You deserve to make money for all the effort and talent and thought that you're putting into your art.
Yeah. So I say learn about this. We're going to keep talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
This is something that we are going to preach from the mountaintops. The capabilities of YouTube and what you as a filmmaker can do with it.
Yes.
And take this knowledge, go online and search more. And I would love to see more and more filmmakers saying, you know what, YouTube is a part of my release schedule,
YouTube
part of my
premiere.
plan.
Yep. Yeah. Let us know. Hit us up in the comments if you've tried this, if you're excited to do this. If you have any questions around like market, anything.
Even if you think this is dumb, I'd love to hear why in the comments. I'd love to. I'd love to. I think we want to hear all sides of things.
Yes. We are here for this. So stick around with us. It's going to be a fun ride.
Keep creating and keep making money.
Yeah. That money.